This is a video on knitting single motifs. I can't assist you on how to set up your punch card or electronic to knit a single motif unless you happen to have a 970, which is what I've got. But in your manual it should tell you how to set all those bits up. I'm just going to show you how to wrap the edges of a single motif. Common things that will be the same is have your carriage on the left past your turn mark. Set whatever dial you need to set on your carriage for single motif. On a brother it's KC2 because you don't want any needle selection, and you knit across to select the needles. Before you actually start your knitting, you need to cut off 2 lengths of main yarn because you're going to need those for wrapping. And on the carriage side, in the needle next to the one that's selected, or the edge of the motif, hang a piece of yarn on it. And you'll see why in a moment. Next, you do whatever you need to do for your machine to thread second yarn in the carriage and set it for fair isle knitting. Release your punch card or pattern and knit across. Just hold on to your second yarn as you go through. Always make sure that all the needles that should be in B position are right back and haven't snuck forward, because that can cause you problems. Take your second length of yarn and attach it on the needle that is next to where the needles have selected for the pattern, and knit back across. Now all you have to do is keep taking your piece of yarn and wrap it on the needle. Make sure you keep it back. That isn't part of the design. You only need to do this on the carriage side. Not as quick as fair isle knitting. But by wrapping the yarn, you don't get holes forming. And as you can maybe see, I've got 2 needles quite far apart, but you still bring this yarn over and wrap it round the needle. Don't pull it too tight. You can see that now, it's got quite neatly wrapped edges. I'll finish that and take it off the machine, and then you can have a look and see what it looks like from the front. Hope you can see that. It's supposed to be a unicorn. But the important thing is, doesn't matter what the pattern is, can you see that there aren't any ladders forming on the sides of the motif. And the back of the motif looks like that. It's been wrapped on the edges. This main yarn that you've been using wraps the black contrast thread so that it doesn't form a ladder.